I'll give you a quick story I've shared before with speakers that this was something early in my own speaking career where I had this situation where basically a week before an event, they called, we just haven't had registration that we thought. And so we're going to have to just cancel it. It was basically, I was doing 3 different gigs and this one kind of fell in the middle. So just going from city A to B to C, just totally
Right.
unrelated. And so it just didn't make logistical or financial sense to fly home in the middle of the other
Right.
two. And so I was talking with a speaker mentor and I was like, man, what do I do in this situation? And I would fly to the city, like you're going there anyway. And I would see if I could do like a free thing for them somewhere. And like, how do you make this a win for the
Oh,
client? And
right.
initially you're just like, that's a horrible idea. Why would you do that? And he said, no, just do this. And so ended up doing that, flew to the city, told the client ahead of time. They worked with a couple different organizations there locally. And I said, let me just, you find an organization that needs some help. Let me come and do just a 30, 45-minute pep talk and let's have lunch. And then I'll fly on to the next city. And so did that. And the person that was the state director at the time that had brought me in for that, they, a few years later, were the national director of the same organization. And so their first year as national director, when it came time to hire their opening keynote for the national convention, they hired me. And I don't know that it was because I'm anything special as a speaker, but I know like in their time of crisis, I planted seeds of just, let me just take care of you and let me help out. This is negatively affecting both of us, but how do we turn this into a win? And so I always think about that. Of what are the things that we do now that we may have no clue the positive ramifications that it may lead to in the future, but try to, whenever possible, as best as possible, do right by the client.